Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday was arguably the biggest day that we've had for Black Ops Cold War yet, as of course, we got the massive multiplayer reveal, which gave us a ton of new info on the game, regarding the maps, the modes, the weapons, and plenty of details on some of the new and or improved systems like the streaks, which we actually covered yesterday, and also the Create-A-Class and GUNSMITH systems, which have basically been completely overhauled for this upcoming year. Honestly, I think the Gunsmith feature was one of the best innovations that Modern Warfare introduced to the franchise, and within Black Ops Cold War, it seems it got even bigger and even better. So today we're going over the new Gunsmith and Create-A-Class systems and explaining pretty much everything you need to know about them. So if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, we are going to be covering everything regarding Black Ops Cold War in the coming days, weeks, and months. So if you want to stay up to date with everything there, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Also, until Tuesday, my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal will actually get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab anything from the G Fuel site, now is definitely the best time to do so. Oh, and by the way, shout out to my buddy Espresso. All the gameplay you guys are seeing in the background today is from his early capture event that he was able to participate in last week. So big thank you to him for allowing me to use his gameplay, and his channel will be linked down below if you want to check him out. Now, first and foremost, Treyarch gave us a more basic rundown of how exactly the Create-A-Class system is going to work this year, and it's kind of like a hybrid of the Pick 10 system and Modern Warfare system combined into one, where basically it is all based around the slots. So you will always have a choice of a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, one tactical, one lethal, one field upgrade, 3 perks, and then also a wild card. So every single class you use will feature all of that at the minimum, and then if you mess around with some of the wild cards, you can actually change things up a bit in some pretty interesting ways, and we'll explain how those work a bit later on into the video. But starting off with the Gunsmith, like I said, this system has basically been upgraded and improved from Modern Warfare's, where now every single primary weapon has up to 54 attachments available for it. So presumably that also means every weapon is going to have 54 weapon levels that we're going to need to go through. And from those 54 attachments, there's going to be a total of 8 categories and at least 6 options to choose from within each given category as well. So we're going to be able to use attachments in the following areas. We've got optics, muzzles, barrels, underbarrels, bodies, stocks, magazines, and also handles. So much like in Modern Warfare, we're going to be able to go through and pick from the selections of different muzzles, different barrels, different stocks, so on and so forth. Obviously, you can only have one from each category, and then the standard amount of attachments on any given weapon is going to be 5, just like in Modern Warfare as well. However, that can be changed via the wildcards, which I think is going to allow for some very, very interesting setups in the coming year. So, of the wildcards that we saw from the reveal and alpha footage, we currently have 4 to choose from, including Danger Close, which actually gives you an extra lethal and tactical equipment, and you also start with the maximum amount of ammo too. Then we have Lawbreaker, which allows you to equip any weapon in either slot, so this is basically overkill and underkill combined into one, so you could theoretically use 2 secondaries, 2 primaries, however you want to go about that. And then Lawbreaker also allows you to use any perk in any order. So you could use 3 perk 1 perks, 2 perk 1 perks, and 1 perk 2 perk, so on and so forth. That one I think is going to come into play a lot just because it gives you a lot of freedom in your setup overall. Then we also have Gunfighter, and this unlocks 3 additional attachment slots on your primary weapon, meaning instead of just 5 attachments, you can actually use 8 attachments and essentially have 1 attachment from every available category. Which, yeah, this one is going to be very, very fun to mess around with because that allows you to have some seriously effective setups when it comes down to it. Gunfighter is definitely another wild card that I could see being very popular because, obviously, if you have the choice to run 8 attachments over 5 attachments, you know, what are you going to choose? I'd say most of the time, more is better. This isn't some Charmin Ultra, less is more kind of stuff. This is kit out your weapon as much as possible and go and drop some streaks. So yeah, Gunfighter is definitely going to be a game changer in my mind. Then the final wild card that we know of is called Perk Greed, and this simply allows you to use 3 extra perks, so you can have 6 in total. And once again, this is going to be effective given what perks are in what category, but I guess that all comes down to how exactly they're separated there. Now, we also have the ability to use a field upgrade on all of our setups too, and these are earned simply through playing the game. Certain field upgrades do have certain recharge times on them, and this system is honestly very similar to the one that we have in Modern Warfare multiplayer now. And so far we know of 4 different field upgrades. I'm sure there's going to be more come launch or maybe even during the beta. However, as of now, we have the Proximity Mine, aka the Bouncing Betty, and you simply throw this one on the ground. It explodes when someone runs over it or drives over it. However, it can be avoided by crouching, and this has a recharge time of 2 minutes, and this is also the quickest to earn out of all the options we have currently. Then we also have the SAM turret, and this launches missiles at enemy air score streaks and player-piloted helicopters, and this has a recharge time of 3 minutes and 45 seconds, making it the slowest to earn out of all the options we've got. We then have the Jammer, and this creates an electronic disruption field, disabling enemy field upgrades and also jamming the radar, making it go all fuzzy so you can't really see anything on that, and this has a recharge time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Then, finally, we have the Field Mic, which deploys a recording device that highlights enemy sounds on your minimap. So this is almost like a recon device or a mini UAV in a sense, since you'll be able to see where enemies are based off of their sounds. And this has a recharge time of 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So, between this, the Wildcards, and the actual Gunsmith system itself, as I said earlier, this is essentially Modern Warfare's system upgraded and improved to feature even more options and give us even more customization choices. And honestly, I'm all for it. Unfortunately, we're not able to actually show the Gunsmith menus and whatnot from the streams, from my understanding at least. I believe that's something only the people who streamed the game yesterday were able to feature, but I'm sure at this point most of you guys have seen how it actually looks. This though gives us a lot more insight into how it works and what to expect from it. Of course, you guys already know, come the beta and come the full release of the game, we're going to be going over all the best setups, all the best attachments, perks, wildcards, you name it, so stay tuned for all of that in the near future. Anyways, with all of that being said, that is effectively how the Gunsmith and Create-A-Class systems are going to work in Black Ops Cold War, and that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, or if you're just excited for Black Ops Cold War, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, tips, everything like that, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As I mentioned earlier, until Tuesday, my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal will actually get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab anything from the G Fuel site, be it a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, anything like that, now is definitely the best time to do so. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.